Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Did you know that having a really great home life is a lot like six-pack abs? What do I mean by that? I'm so glad you asked that question. Six-pack abs really don't come from the hard work and the crunches. It comes from diet. Really doesn't come from the crunches. It comes from the diet. And it's the same thing with having a great home life. It doesn't come from necessarily the work that's being put in per se in the moment. It's the preparation for the work that you put in when you're in a situation. What might that look like and sound like? First, let me clear something up. For those of you that know, I'm not politically correct, I'm just correct. So I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings because I have no control over people's feelings, and we need to have a conversation because men and women are different. You never see women get together at a party and go, "Hey Carol, so what do you do? Yeah, how long you been there?" You don't see that. You typically don't see guys get together at a party and go, "So Bob, how's Mary and the kids? I know there was a birthday yesterday. How y'all doing? Didn't you guys go on a retreat recently?" You don't hear guys doing that. Guys size each other up. What do you do? And women tend to care more about relationships. Say, "Oh, are you married? Do you have children?" That's fantastic, because men tend to get their value from what they do, and ladies tend to derive a sense of value from their relationships. It's just different. It's men and women. Men and women are different. So having a great home life is like having six-pack abs. You really, the abs are made in the kitchen. It's the prep work, not the actual physical work. And when you are around your home life and your family, it's not the actual work you're doing with the family that gives you that great family life. It's the work that you do preparing for that work. What might that be? Well, that's becoming a student of the people closest to you. Do you know Angela and I actually have cheat sheets on each other? It's actually a laminated card she made for us at the last marriage conference we attended. It's a cheat sheet on me. I have a cheat sheet on her. I know her DISC profile on the DISC. I know what she likes and doesn't like. I know her behavioral profile. I know her learning style. Does this make sense? I know her love language of the 5 love languages. I know her role in our home life and her role in the business, and she knows them for me as well. We have cheat sheets on each other. So the work that's put in to get six-pack abs is put in the kitchen. It's the diet. It's not the actual grunt work of the crunches and the leg lifts. It's part of it, but that's not all of it, and that's not most of it. Because you can have guys with a horrible diet that'll never have six-pack abs, ever, and they can do thousands of crunches and sit-ups per day if the diet's not right. And again, the home life doesn't tend to work as well when you're doing the actual work in the moment, when you're in the middle of a conflict, when you're in the middle of a disagreement, when you're in the middle of a heated argument, if you will, when you're in the middle of diametrically opposed feelings and views, in the middle of it, especially if you're winging it. No, the great home life, like a six-pack abs, comes from your preparation work before you actually do the work. It comes from the preparing, from the sharpening of the saw, from the anticipating of situations that could arise that could cause you an incredible amount of stress and pressure that you will learn in advance to take care of, so that when the battle shows up, you are battle ready. You are ready to handle whatever comes your way, in a large part because forewarned is forearmed. You know it's something that could take place, so you put the hard work in ahead of time. What might that hard work be? Go to marriage conferences, go to parenting conferences, read books on marriage, read books on parenting, study to show yourself approved, learn as much as you can about everybody in your life, learn as much as you can about those around you, become a master student of the people who are entrusted to your care. First and foremost, those who you are responsible for, and secondly, those whom you are responsible to. And there is a difference. A lot of people will mess that up, and they'll put more emphasis on who they're responsible to instead of who they're responsible for. And this creates a problem because that's out of order if you want your life to go smooth. So how are six-pack abs, like a great home life, the work is done in the kitchen for the abs, not the actual grunt work. The work is done preparing for being in relationship and conversation and not necessarily being in the middle of that conversation. So if you want to have that great home life, it's going to begin with you putting in the hard work, preparing for that great home life. The 5 love languages, you have to study the disc profile, understand each other. You got to want to know exactly what's important to them and why. And here's what I want to end with. My mouth has gotten me in way more trouble than my ears ever have. God gave us one mouth that can shut and 2 ears that cannot. This gives you a little hint about what could be taking place in a conversation. So I pray today you guys decide if you want the six-pack, hey, equal opportunity, unequal reward. Everybody has the opportunity to do it, but few people want to actually do the hard work. Is it really worth it to you? Then you got to be willing to do the hard work. Have a great day, guys.